Speaking of businesses, it's Small Business Week here in Arizona. If you've ever wanted to start your own business, experts are offering some tips, and Heidi's in Tempe with more on what you need to know.
You have a great idea and now you want to do something with it. It's not always easy to do. We're at Refresh Glass in Tempe, where they have not only managed to turn a great idea into a thriving business, but now they're getting some national recognition, being recognized as one of the small businesses in the country, one of the top 100 small businesses in the country. So what do you need to know if you want to do this as well? Well, Richard is an attorney who can give some tips for folks on not only what to do, but what not to do. So the folks here at Refresh Glass, they did it right.
They did. They took some important steps right at the beginning. They formed their company. They partnered up with a great incubator to give them some assistance and invest some capital. They protected their intellectual property by getting patents, trademarks, trade names.
What would you say is the biggest mistake people do make? Is it not getting enough capital? Or the patent, I would think, is a huge protecting that information so that somebody else can't come in and take it from you.
You certainly want to protect, what makes your company special. You want to make sure that other people can't swoop in, take your idea, and, if they've got better access to capital or markets, put you out of business. So protect what you have if it's protectable. And then you want to make sure you're raising capital in compliance with the appropriate laws, because if you don't do it right, it's going to limit your ability to get future capital to grow your business and perhaps to sell it at the end.
And you say always have a plan for the future. One of the tips you said, if you're partners with someone, be prepared for whether they want to leave the business after a year or two.
Correct. And things happen. People's lives change. People die. People move on to other opportunities. So you want to make sure that you and your partners have worked out their arrangements amongst themselves so that you can provide for those opportunities. Because if you wait until you're fighting with each other, it gets way more expensive to resolve.
Then you definitely get, but then you get lawyers involved, and nobody really likes that. Not in that way anyway. Ray, you have to appreciate, obviously, the work that you put in, but the tips that he's offering, because you had to go through a lot of this yourself.
Yeah, not any one person is really good at everything. So you need to find people with the complementary skills, like we mentioned before, to help you out.
What would you offer as tips to folks? Obviously, you have a great background in engineering. You're also very creative. If somebody's at home thinking, I just don't know if I can do this, what would you say to them?
I think you can. Basically, people who start up their own businesses take their passions and they want to bring it out to the world. So my one piece of advice is, if you love to bake, then find someone who loves to sell.
Because you can't just bake and then not have anybody to give it to or sell it to. All right, again, we are at Refresh Glass. They are with one of the 100 small businesses in the country being recognized for the small business revolution. We'll put information on where you can get their product, because it is pretty impressive, on our website at azfamily.com. Back to you guys.